So there, my brother Reggie, you know what today is, right?
Yes, I do. It's the annual Halloween Ghost to Ghost. Yes, sir.
That's right. Today is the annual
Yep.
Halloween Ghost to Ghost party.
Yay.
Get ready, everybody. Hold on to your hats. You ready there, brother?
I'm ready.
You ready there, brother?
I am very ready.
Then do the intro.
Welcome, everybody, to the annual Ghost to Ghost 2025.
There are things that go bump in the night. Unexplained mysteries in the world. You are told there's no such things as monsters. But we know the truth. Ghosts, monsters, demons, all the unnatural exist. Be afraid and sit back. Welcome to Pop City Culture. Ghost to Ghost.
Oh, man, it's going to be a show tonight. Hey, what's up, everybody? Boom, shaka, laka. My name is Reggie Brown, the podcast. And welcome back to one of the most listened to international podcasts around the world, Pop City Culture. We had a great show for you tonight. It is our annual Ghost to Ghost, dude. Ghost to Ghost. We're going to be talking about ghosts, man. But first, let me introduce you to my older brother from the same mother, downtown, Rocky Brown.
Hey, everybody. What's up? Family, friends, and neighbors. I am Hakeem Brown, your host for Pop City Culture. Welcome back to your daily dose of Pop City Culture.
Yes, sir.
Now, listen, don't forget to subscribe, follow, and leave a positive comment. Today, we're going to be talking about the Ghost to Ghost annual celebration. We always have this every year. You like this, right there, bro?
I love this show every year.
Yeah, this is a really fun show where we,
very fun.
Once a year, we talk about all the ghost stories and the things that are happening all over the world where people get spooked and it's just fun. Now, before we had like a pre-holiday party and an after party, but we just gonna stick with the one day because everybody was like, they're getting overloaded.
They got way overloaded.
How overloaded were they getting?
Like sugar overloaded. Too overloaded.
Maybe it was all that candy they were eating. They were getting overloaded with that, with all the candy from Halloween.
They definitely were. Yes.
Yeah, because last year we had gotten we got inundated. You know what that word means, right?
Yeah, of course I do, man. I ain't stupid.
You're stupid.
Man.
We got inundated with emails and letters where everybody just loved it, and they were sort of critiquing all the stories, and they were like, hey, can you read our stories next year and this and that?
Yep.
Well,
what?
We ain't gonna read everybody's story because that'd be like thousands and thousands and thousands, and since we got like millions of listeners, I mean, we can only do so much. Can we only do so much there, brother?
Only so much. We'd be inundated.
Are you good?
I'm very good.
You need to put that. You know, the candy is for the kids tonight when they come around because we're gonna be doing a shout out to everybody there too.
It's for me too.
But you need to lay out that candy. I think that candy is going to your head.
It is going to my head, in my mouth, and in my stomach, and in my head.
Right. All right, there, my brother. So
go on.
One thing about Halloween, everybody, and I mean everybody, loves a good ghost story. So, when you guys go trick or treating, and you guys come home, and you want something scary to listen to, what are you gonna do?
Listen to Pop City Culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you are.
Turn us on.
So we gonna be starting out. We're gonna be starting out. We're gonna be starting out this year.
Yeah, get on.
This is called
what?
The Axe Murder.
I gotta hear this.
Of the Hollows.
Oh, the Hollow. I'm ready.
All right. So this goes.
Okay.
Susan and Ned were driving through a wooded, empty section of highway.
Man, is this true? True? Huh?
Yes, it's supposed to be true. Stop interrupting me. Now I gotta start over.
Start over then. Go on.
All right.
Go on.
So, Susan and Ned were driving through a wooded, empty section of highway. Lightning flashed, thunder roared, the sky went dark, and the sky downpoured. We'd better stop, Susan said. Ned nodded his head in agreement. He stepped on the brakes, and suddenly, the car started to slide on a slick pavement. They plunged off the road and slid to a halt at the bottom of an incline. Pale and shaking, Ned quickly turned to check if Susan was all right. When she nodded, Ned relaxed and looked through the rain-soaked windows. I'm going to see how bad it is, he said to Susan, and went out into the storm. She saw a blurry figure in a headlight walking around in front of the car. A moment later, he jumped in beside her, soaking wet. The car's not badly damaged, but we're wheel deep in mud, he said. I'm going to have to go for help. Susan swallowed nervously. There would be a quick rescue. He told her to turn off the headlights and lock the doors until he returned. Now, Axe Murder Hollow, although Ned hadn't said the name aloud, they both knew what they had been thinking when he told her to lock the car. This was the place where a man had once taken an axe and hacked his wife to death in a jealous rage over an alleged affair. Now, supposedly, the axe-wielding spirit of the husband continued to haunt the section of the road. Outside the car, Susan heard a shriek, a loud thump, and a strange gurgling noise, but she couldn't see anything in the darkness. But frightened, she shrank down in her seat. She sat in silence for a while, and then she noticed another sound. Bump, bump, bump. It was a soft sound like something being blown by the wind. And suddenly the car was illuminated by a bright light. An official sound voice told her to get out of the car. Ned must have found the police. Susan unlocked the door and stepped out of the car. As her eyes adjusted to the bright light, she saw it. Hanging by his feet from a tree next to the car was a dead body of Ned. His bloody throat had been cut so deep that he was nearly decapitated. The wind swung his corpse back and forth so that it thumped against the tree. Bump, bump, bump. Susan screamed and ran towards the voice of the light. As she drew close, she realized the light was not coming from a flashing light. Standing there was a glowing figure of a man with a smile on his face and a large, solid, and definitely real axe in his hand. She backed away from the glowing figure until she bumped into the car. Playing around when my back was turned, the ghost whispered, stroking the sharp blade of the axe with his fingers, "You've been very naughty." The last thing she saw was the glint of the axe blade in the eerie, incandescent light. Brother, what you think of that?
Hakeem, that was scary. Hakeem, oh my God.
I don't know if you're going to be able to sleep tonight.
I ain't gonna sleep.
Yo, man, these stories are not for the faint of heart. No, they aren't.
You said faint of fart.
I said faint of heart. I didn't say faint of fart. What's wrong with
It
you?
sounded like you said fart. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely got to have something to do with that sugar. All that knock it off with the candy. You're going to eat it all, and then we got to go get more.
I only ate one or two of them, man. I only ate one,
No,
Hakeem.
we're supposed to be going
What?
like trunk-or-treating tonight with Dad.
Oh, man, the old man?
Because he didn't want to. I don't know what Dad's problem is. He's just an old man now.
He's fat.
He doesn't want to go trick or treating. He just wants to drop us off to this trunk or treat or something.
Yep.
And he's gonna take us to the mall and make us run around and get the candy. I wanted to go to the house. What about you?
I want to go to the rich neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Where did you want to go?
The suburbs, the rich neighborhoods. You know?
Why the rich? Why the rich section?
Because they give good candy out.
Yeah. What's your favorite candy?
Reese's peanut butter cups. They got the big ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear that. But if we get those tonight, you gotta hide them from Dad.
Yeah, we do.
Before he inspects them. Oh, yo. One more thing, yo, kids, if you listening,
He'll eat 'em.
Make sure your parents inspect your candy.
Yeah.
Do as we say, not as we do, because we're going to be taking the Reese's peanut butter cups out so our dad can't get them.
That's right, man.
But hey, you know
I like
what?
them.
Your parents might, let you keep the Reese's peanut butter cups.
Right.
But I don't know. It seems like every year we go trick or treating, Dad eats all our good stuff.
He does.
Do you notice that?
I notice that every year.
Yo, man,
you know what I'm saying,
that
man?
ain't
It's
right.
not-
That
it
ain't right.
No, it ain't.
I know,
You know-
man.
say it again.
Hey, brother, you
What-
preaching
what?
to the choir. You are preaching. You're preaching to the choir.
Hey,
Anyway,
yo, man, you preaching to the hungry
I'm gonna
man.
read the next story for you.
All right,
okay?
go on. I gotta hear this.
This one's called like black magic.
Black?
Black magic.
Black.
Mad Henry was a hermit who lived alone in a decrepit mansion at the edge of town. Rumors were rife about the wild-eyed man. Some folks said that he was a magician who called upon the powers of darkness to wreak havoc upon the neighbors. Others called him a mad doctor who could restore life to foul corpse from the local cemetery. No respectable citizen in town had anything to do with Mad Henry. Then one year, a new family moved to town with a lovely daughter, Rachel, who caught Mad Henry's eye. He showered the maiden with gifts, goblets of pure gold, necklace of pearls, and a pot of daisy that never dropped a single petal. Despite the gifts, Rachel fell in love with another, Jeffrey, a handsome young man, just home from the university. A week after meeting, they eloped, leaving behind the stunned Mad Henry. When Rachel and Jeffrey returned from the elopement, they threw a big ball and invited everyone in town. While Rachel was waltzing with her father, she heard a clap of thunder. Lightning flashed again and again. Suddenly, the double doors blew open and a breeze whirled in, bringing with it the smell of death, decaying things. Mad Henry loomed in the doorway, pupils gleaming red with anger. He followed by a grotesque figure of the dead who came marching 2 by 2 in the room. Their eye sockets glowed with blue fire as they surrounded the room. All right. 2 of the corpses captured Jeffrey and threw him down at the feet of their lord. Red eyes gleaming, Mad Henry drew a silver blade knife and casually cut the bridegroom's throat from ear to ear. Rachel screamed and ran forward, pushing through the foul, stinking corpse of the dead, and flung herself upon her dying husband. "Kill us both!" she cried desperately. But Mad Henry plucked her out of the pool of blood, surrounded her dead husband, and carried her out of the thundering night. Behind him, the army of the dead turned from their grisly scene and followed their master. The sounds of thunder and lightning faded away as the alchemist and his dead companions disappeared into the dark night. Jeffrey's father and Rachel's father gathered a small mob and followed the evil hermit, intent upon saving Rachel. When they searched Mad Henry's house, they found it completely empty, save for a light, which shone from a series of mysterious globes that blobbed near the ceiling of each room. Mad Henry had vanished. Search parties scoured the countryside for days but turned up nothing. Jeffrey was buried in a local cemetery and the dance hall was torn down. No one in town spoke what had happened, and no one dared imagine what had become of poor Rachel. Now listen to this. A year to the day after the ball, a timid knock sounded upon the door of Rachel's parents' home. When her father opened it, he saw a gaunt gray figure on the stoop. Her eyes were dull with exhaustion and pain. It was Rachel. Her tongue had been cut out so she couldn't speak, but when she produced a knife from her tattered garment, the knife with the silver blade that had been last seen in the hands of Mad Henry, the gleam of satisfaction in Rachel's eyes told them that the streaks of the blood that coated the knife were those of Mad Henry. That night, Rachel died in her sleep with a peaceful smile upon her face and satisfaction of revenge in her heart. Brother, what you say about that?
Man, is that even true, man?
It says here it's true. It says here, I don't know, brother.
Man,
it says here it's true.
I know.
There ain't no denying
Really?
the criming.
The criming.
You know,
I ain't
you
gonna
know what I'm
stop on
saying?
no roads. I know what you're saying.
What am I saying? Huh? What am I saying? Because you always seem to say, yeah, I know what you're saying, but I don't think you.
Man, shut up. I know what you're saying. I gotta explain myself. You better just go on and do what you're doing. You do you, and I do me. Okay, go on.
Okay, hey,
Man.
now this one's a real short one.
All right. We're half short.
This one's called "Who's in My Bed?"
All right. I gotta hear this going right.
From Jeremy.
All right.
Okay, a father went to say goodnight to a 7-year-old son very well, knowing that if he didn't, his son would have trouble sleeping. It was a nightly routine between them. He entered the dimly lit room where his son waited under the blanket. With his first glance, the father could tell that there was something unusual about his son tonight, but he couldn't put his finger on it. He looked the same, but had a grin that drew from ear to ear. "You okay there, buddy?" the father asked. The son nodded, still with the grin, before saying, "Daddy, check for monsters under the bed." The father chuckled a bit before getting on his knees to check, only to satisfy the son. There under the bed, pale and afraid, was his son, his real son. He whispered, "Daddy, there's someone on my bed." The father looked up, and the doppelganger, fake son, sitting on the bed, eyes turned yellow. These gnarly teeth started to expand in his mouth, and drool came from his nose. And he said, "No, Daddy, it's really me," and lunged towards his daddy. From that night, the father had never been seen again, but the next day, the son was found by the mother under the bed, And she said, "The monster took him. The monster took him." Now, there was no blood in the room, just a broken window from the inside to out. So they didn't know what happened to this day. They can't find the father, and it's an open case according to the Springfield Police Department. What say you, brother?
I heard about this before. Everybody's heard about this in school, man. We heard this story like in the second grade.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's true.
Yeah. That's something. That's really something.
It's really something, man.
But, you know,
it's
hey,
scary.
Things happen. You know, do things happen there, brother?
They happen all the time. All the time.
Always
happen.
yeah, okay.
Times infinity. Yep.
This one's the red wristband. Okay, you're gonna like this one.
I better. I hope it's true. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as far as I know, all these stories are true.
Okay,
so
well, we'll see.
a doctor was working at a hospital where the patients were tagged with colorful bands: green, alive; red, deceased. So one night, the doctor was instructed to get a few supplies from the basement of the hospital, and so he headed to the lift. The lift doors opened, and there was a patient inside, minding her own business. Patients were allowed to roam around the hospital to stretch, especially those who had been staying very long. The rule was to be back in your room before 10 o'clock at night. Now, the doctor smiled at the patient before pressing the number for the basement, and, well, the lift is the elevator. He found it unusual that the woman didn't have a button already pressed. He wondered if she was heading to the basement or not. The elevator finally reached the floor where the doors opened, and in distance, a man was limping towards the elevator. And in a panic, the doctor slammed the elevator door to close. It finally did, and the elevator began to ascend back up. The doctor's heart was pounding from fear. He didn't know what to do. "Why did you do that?" "He was trying to use the lift," the woman stated, annoyed. "Did you see his wrist?" the doctor asked. "It was red. He died last night." "I would know because I did his surgery." The woman lifted her wrist. He saw red. She smiled like this one, and she said, "That was my husband. We were both in the same car accident, and we both died. I was waiting for him." Hours later, someone went to use the elevator and found the doctor curled up in the corner. In a panic, he was mumbling, "They're alive. They're alive." They ended up putting him in the ER for evaluation. I guess to this day, he's not a doctor anymore. So, he was hospitalized, and to this day, he still remains hospitalized for emotional and psychological trauma. What say you, my brother?
Hakeem, I am never going to step onto an elevator alone by myself again if I am in the local hospital. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, on the internet, they have these cameras in elevators where people go in, and then this girl just appears. Well, first the lights go out.
I saw
when
that.
the lights come back on, there's this girl or this ghost or this demon in the elevator with the people. And to this day, people can't even explain what's going on there.
No, they can't.
I mean, this is some
can't.
horrific stuff. This actually goes on.
Every day.
It's just beyond. This is beyond amazing.
Beyond belief. Yep.
You know? All right. I got one last one. This is really short, so you're gonna like it.
All right, how you know I'm gonna like it? I hope I like it.
A daughter was in her room upstairs doing her homework when suddenly she heard her mother call, "Come down for dinner." She jumped onto her feet and began making her way towards the stairs, but before she even took a step, hands grabbed her and pulled her into the laundry room besides the staircase. She panicked before realizing it was her mother, her real mother. Eyes watery and bloodshot. "Don't go down there, honey. I heard it too."
No. That is traumatic, dude.
Yeah,
that's scary.
The
That's
fake,
scary.
someone who sounded like her mother was downstairs when the real mother was upstairs, and she pulled her and said, "Don't go down there."
The fake mother and the real mother.
Oh my God! I wonder what happened.
Somebody died. I bet
Dude,
somebody
that is some. I'm gonna tell you something. That is some traumatic. That is some traumatic and scary stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I second that.
I don't know, brother. I do not know if
I don't know either. I don't know either.
Dude, I don't know if I could even deal with something like that.
I know I couldn't.
But
I know I couldn't.
Do you know what time it is?
What time is it?
Do you know what time it is?
Yes, I know what time it is. It is time for the words of wisdom. Take it away, my Halloween brother.
Today's words of wisdom is be afraid. Be very afraid. It's Halloween. And those are my words of wisdom.
Yo, man, what are you talking about? Those are your words. I was expecting
Yo,
like
that's
this long thing you always say.
No, my brother. Those were my words of wisdom. That is it. Thank you very much. It's Halloween. Everybody go out there, have a good time, and party.
Get that candy. Yep.
That's right.
That's right.
So anyways, everybody.
Yep, go ahead.
Listen, thank you for joining us here today on Pop City Culture Ghost to Ghost Annual Special 2025. And remember, you can listen to our podcast any time of the day, morning, noon, and night, on all your major streaming services available for download anytime, anywhere. Anywho, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Don't forget to follow us on social media. Like, subscribe, and leave a positive comment for us. Also, check out our producer's website, Price Man Ray. We would really appreciate the love and support. Remember, Pop City Culture, where we give you 3 cups of sunshine and what there, Reggie?
And a rock. A rock.
What's a rock?
Yeah.
What's that from Charlie Brown?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I gotta watch that tonight. Charlie Brown
we
Halloween.
both gonna watch it.
Anyway,
Happy Halloween,
that's
everybody.
my little brother. All right, now, I'll see you next time here on Pop City Culture. Peace.
Yo, everybody, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna get me a lot of candy tonight. I'm gonna get me like a whole bunch of pillowcases. But that being said, I'm also gonna take the Reese's peanut butter cups out too. Anyways, don't forget to pop back in for another dose of Pop City Culture next time. See ya. Happy Halloween.